says that he believes you're more from a right side of what's going on, or from another protest group.
So I'm part.
You're gathering identification on other people. Would you say that's
that's not an
reflection of what you're doing?
That's not an apt description of what I'm doing. I just like watching and recording public media. I think that politics is better seen if you do it in person. So I'm just here to record this side rather than the right side, because of course the right in media has more coverage than the left. It's just
Okay.
Now, I take it that if an independent media is filming this demonstration and they're met with division and discrimination, that this reflects poorly on their movement. So I'm just here to record. I'll be quiet. I'm not going to be antagonizing.
Are you part of an independent media group?
No, I'm just filming for myself. I may upload this publicly at some other time, but I'm not part of any affiliated organization, that be with the right here or the left here. At all. I'm a 16-year-old, of course, so I don't have any political motivations because I'm not yet learned in politics. Why would I arrogantly join an organization that I would later regret in life?
Sorry, is that a rhetorical question?
Yeah, essentially.
Well, if it's a rhetorical question, then it doesn't require an answer.
Yeah, it's to get you to think, right? Yeah, fair enough. I'm just going to film. So, essentially, we have all the people ballied up here.
You like to blur everyone's faces when you...
Yeah, absolutely, sure. I might not even post this publicly. It might just be private, just for myself. I mean, so far I haven't been antagonizing. I just like to record people on the left because it's an interesting demonstration. Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm alright, you?
I'm doing absolutely good.
I'm happy to talk to him.
Fair enough, lad. What's your name?
I'm John. No, you're not annoying me. It's just I want a bit of peace and quiet.
Oh, yeah, so...
I had a rough night.
Fair enough. Well, what's the threat here? I mean, I'm not going to ask him... If you believe I'm asking him any antagonizing questions... Okay, that's absolutely fine. So, I don't, mate.
I think people just want to be here and demonstrate. I don't think they want to be on film.
It's a counter demonstration, though. I think it's counterintuitive to then say they don't want coverage.
People want to be on film,
Yeah, that's semi-respectable, but I think regardless of the person, they want to hear your
I don't know who you are, mate.
Yeah, one sec. Let me just grab me my bag, and then I'm just gonna... Oh, they're talking about me again. Again, you don't need to touch my private property, lady. Okay, then that's absolutely fine. So you'll be good if I just hold it in a place to which I can see everyone, just in case they're not damaging my private property. But it seems like they're awfully suspicious of little old me for no reason whatsoever. I'm not doing anything inflammatory. I'm not saying anything that sways towards the right. I just like watching demonstrations, seeing what's happening. I just want to publicly record a counter-protest. Again, a counter-protest is something which is going against a certain protest. So then I believe that you want public coverage with anyone, really, because then you can get your message out more to the people. But I take it then that if they believe that you're at all right affiliated, they want to discriminate against you, to which, again, I claim I am. I'm not part of the right, which is interesting. Hiya. I'm doing absolutely fine. It's a beautiful day today.
It is a beautiful day, yeah. I was just, but obviously, lots of questions, stuff being floated around.
Yeah.
I'll be able to ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. What are your intentions for today?
My intentions today is to interview, film, in an apolitical sense, for my private YouTube channel, to which I have no affiliations with anyone.
Okay. So, are you here with anyone, or
Nah.
Arrived by yourself? Or?
I've arrived with my brother.
Okay. Is your brother here? Or?
Nah, he's not here.
Oh, okay. Where's he gone?
He's just gone out.
Okay. So your brother's over that side at the moment,
Yeah.
asking the other group.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Because he's out.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know what your intentions are. You're obviously not obliged to tell me your intentions.
Well, my intentions are innocent. I think politics and the ethos that I hold to is that, of course, when we are divisive, when we divide lines, we then cannot progress in terms of our political ambitions. This is why, of course, we're seeing more and more violent counter-protesting measures, right? So I take it that if my brother's on the right, filming and interviewing and discussing with the people, and they're more open to discuss with their position, whilst on the left, they are antagonizing me, asking questions, floating libelous accusations that I'm affiliated with anyone. I take it then that a position is seen as less or more advantageous and less peaceful. That's all I'm here today. I'm not doing anything. Obviously, I'm not physically threatening. That's why I decided to wear such prideful clothing, as it were. So I see there's no issue.
Thank you for your information.
I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm like a one-man camera show today. So essentially today we're going to be asking non-inflammatory questions, and let's see how they respond. The people that are ballied up on the left, I don't think they particularly like me. They keep on observing me, asking me questions about my life, which I do not appreciate at all. So let's see what happens, and we can go through there. But yeah, very interesting. I might have to ask one of the Socialist Party members the economic policy and the policy of migration, just to see what the counter is, of course. But yes, interesting. So what exactly is the plan for the demonstration? Oh, well, what exactly is the plan for the demonstration? Because I'm dead awful confused.
Not to talk to you, thank you very much.
And who's told you that?
Myself. I am
Based on what?
Anonymity.
Anonymity just means being anonymous. So out of the fact you want to be anonymous, you've went to a counter demonstration with the expectation.
We're racist. If I get found out, they recognise my voice. So no, thank you very much.
Say anything, just ignore.
Yeah, okay, so a counter protest comprised of mute people who are all dressed up, who we cannot see their face and we cannot actually explain. But, again, yeah, I appreciate it.
Stop filming, okay?
I can feel.
I don't know who you are.
My understanding of the law is that if something is expected to be public, I'm allowed to film.
I'm a trade union official, mate. Don't.
Well, you're a trade union official and you don't want to be publicly filmed at a counter demonstration. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm just going to be filming. Hello, mate.
Do you want to piss off now, mate? No one wants to speak to you. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I'll just be filming the demonstration. Hopefully, the speeches, chants that I just want to record. It doesn't matter if people don't want to speak to me personally. I know that my presence here, even though I'm not organized, is kind of divisive. But I don't understand how your movement's supposed to grow if any freelancer or anyone who's not part of this organization somehow comes here. Oh, what's going on here?
Hello.
Hiya.
So you are being invited to move over to the other side.
Invited or told?
Well, I'm inviting you in a polite way at the moment.
Yeah.
I'd like you to go voluntarily.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go voluntarily, then we may then have to consider using force to move you over. So that's your decision.
For what, though?
I'm just telling you now, this is your decision at the moment.
But look, what is the motivation to move me?
Because I don't perceive at the moment, from the information you're giving me, that you are working with this group, okay?
Okay, does
I
that
have concerns that you're not providing me truthful information.
Well, what is the truthful information?
And that you are trying to antagonise this group.
I'm not. I've been asking
This is
people
your
very
first
peacefully.
warning.
Okay.
I'm inviting you to move.
Yes.
Are you going to move?
I'm not, because it's an invitation to move, and of course this is in a public area to which I'm apolitically filming an organisation with no antagonising questions.
Okay, I appreciate you're saying that to me, okay? I think your body language and your questions to this group are suggesting otherwise.
Well, it's the body language and the questions that have been asked currently at this event. It's only been 5 minutes in. Can you make a profile of someone's political affiliations within 5 minutes?
You are antagonising this group, okay? I do not
How?
believe that you are supporting this group. I'm inviting you to move. Is there anything that I can do or say reasonably to make you move?
If you demonstrate that I'm doing the things that you're accusing me of.
I've had multiple reports from multiple people within this group.
And
that you
accusing
are
what?
Asking questions that are antagonising the group, and I don't suggest
Like
that
what?
they are supportive of this group.
Like what?
And
Like
what
what?
they're trying to do. I don't need to explain that to you. I've explained enough.
No, you've given me the
I've
accusation,
asked
you haven't
you to
given me the
move.
evidence.
Are you going to move?
I'm going to stay here and film.
Okay, that's fine. I will pass that back to my commanders, and
Yes.
we'll get back to you.
Bloody lovely. Wow. 8 minutes in. And I'm being invited to move. That's bloody lovely. Again, they still haven't found out what organisation I'm a part of.
Here antagonising this group. You can recall me saying that. So the allegation, if you like, sir, is that you are in fact here as a stooge for that group over there.
A stooge
That
for
you
what
are-
exactly?
You are conducting a tactic in trying to record the identifications of the people that
I'll be honest, I haven't thought that far.
Group. This is what's been said, okay? Yeah. So I'm just telling you what's been said.
So typically when you
And
try
in
to...
that situation, you are antagonising this group. And so because I have a concern that may escalate the public order situation, then I am telling you to move over there.
You're telling me to leave after 8
Telling you to
minutes.
move over there. The reason is that I need to try and prevent anything from escalating in this situation.
That's absolutely fine.
And you've been identified by members of this group as being an escalatory factor. And the whole reason we're here is to try and prevent things from escalating. Does that make sense?
I think that's I think that's a claim that cannot be accused of evidence, considering this has been 8 minutes into a public demonstration, which again should be public. So then the identities of people.
I'm not stopping people from demonstrating.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not.
And
stopping people from
you're stopping people from
demonstrating,
recording, though.
But you are.
No, I'm
Because,
not.
yeah, we've got an obligation. It's a positive obligation to allow people to protest. And you've specifically stated that you are not part of a protest. You've specifically stated that you wish to record what's going on.
Yes.
Okay. You can do that over there. You don't have to do that in the faces of the people that are
Can I
here.
stay here without being in the faces of people?
No, because the whole
Is this in the
purpose
faces
as
of
has
anyone?
been said, you're antagonising them by recording them at close distance.
I'm not.
So
Where's
all
the
I'm
distance?
asking you to do is to either leave.
And is that something I'm contracted?
To the other side.
And am I contracted to do this by any like legislation as it pertains to?
Okay, so this is the thing. We do have a power under Section 3 of the Criminal Law Act, which does allow us to use force if we need to prevent an escalation, to prevent a public order incident. Does that make sense? Are you
Yes.
following me so
Yeah,
far?
yeah, of course,
Okay.
to negate any possibility that there would be any public disturbance. But I think that.
I'm feeling tension forming in this group by your presence being here and what it is that you're doing.
Okay,
And
so
I've
do you not take it?
identified the reasons
Do
for
you
why
not
that
take
is.
it that
Does
for?
make sense?
Do you not take it, for example, that escalation is just by two or one party? So anyone who's going to be pushing any force is going to be the thing that is escalating public disorder. So I take it that if they have an issue with me filming, again, not towards their faces, this is at a nearly 2 feet towards any nearby person at this demonstration, then it's just going to be obviously then true that the person that escalating public disorder are these fine gentlemen here who are ballied up, who we do not know who are currently attending. I have my full face, I have
I think
recording.
their concern is the threat that may come after this protest, and that's what they've.
What about the people over there and myself?
Yeah, and you have the right to wear face coverings if you wanted to.
And do they?
And they have the right to wear face coverings if they want to. The fact that they don't is their choice.
But I think the expectation is that this is a public area to which the identities of these people, again, they're standing up for what they believe is just, moral. They believe that not us,
they
but
don't
rather
have a
the
lawful-
people
They
here.
don't have a lawful requirement to identify themselves.
Of course, and I'm not doing that. Have you ever seen me categorize and make the identities of these people known?
No, but you are recording them at close distance, which is
What
agitating.
distance have I done?
Because that gentleman there and various other people have approached you and said, "I don't wish to."
Yeah,
record
and what did
this,
I
but
do
don't wish
subsequently?
it."
What did I do subsequently? I moved away. I said, fair
Continued,
enough.
But you'd already gathered your recording, and
Yeah.
that's the point.
Of that, or what? Saying what? What are your socialistic policies? That's the question I asked this.
No.
Does
Of
that?
their faith, of their faith,
The
of their
masked
facade,
up
which is
face.
why they are disguising
So-
themselves. At least that's what they say.
If I've
That's what
correctly
they're
researched the recording publicly, if there's an expectation that you're in public, then of course then you can be on camera without your permission. Is that a correct characterization of the law surrounding public recordings?
If that's your interpretation of the law,
No. Is that what you would advise if someone, for example?
these people have asked you not to record.
Not
them,
in
and I
the
don't see
not in the
anything
case
unlawful
not in
about this.
not in the case of these people around here, but in the case of if you see someone, for example, publicly filming, the expectation is that the people around them are in a public area.
Yeah. Okay. So, people in the blue cabards, they're going to be having a chat with you in a moment. Okay.
Okay,
'Cause
cool.
They're our liaison team, and
Yep.
I'm here to do a different job.
All right.
Thank you very much for your time.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So I have not yet been kicked out, which is funny. But we'll see what will happen. We'll see what will happen. They're still complaining about me. And there's more coming to the left. They're going to outflank me. The liaison officers in the blue are currently going to do something. I don't know what, though. So let me just do a quick profile of what's going on. So, from what I believe is a solely Turning Point UK. They are they're rather protesting the International Potters Bar Hotel, which is, from their knowledge, hosting illegal migrants. I believe the Socialist Workers' Party and the vigilantes here from Antifa or Hope Not Hate are counter-protesting, us protesting illegal immigration, which is interesting, because then what is the counter in terms of immigration policy? I'd want to see that, but of course, whenever I attempt to interview these people, again, I haven't shown any particular political affiliation. It is kind of get the police on me, or they go to their own vigilante justice by touching my private property. But yeah, I mean, I think I've dressed nicely for the occasion. It's a bit advantageous. And there's more of them here now, which will be interesting. Some of them have used really good alternatives for coverings. They're using their t-shirts, they're using face masks they probably got from the pandemic. So we'll see what happens, really. I really want to ask the Socialist Workers' Party what their alternative is in terms of economic and foreign policy. But hey, we'll see what happens, eh? Oh, he's doing another report, I think.
Yeah. See one of the ones in blue here. So I'll get them to come over in a minute. You can have a chat with them. I'll be able to sort something out.
But yeah, this is interesting. Would you like to have a conversation? No, I don't want to talk. Appreciate it, man. See, that's how we do journalism, investigative journalism, at the ripe age of 16. I'll face it here just because it's more of a... So these, I can't see if you can see this here. So we have the Socialist Workers' Party. I don't know how they can finance all their public demonstrations. They even have a little donation box, which will be interesting to see. I could try to put some money in there towards the collectivization of the state, as it were. But yeah, the police officers seem in a happy mood. They had an interesting semi-interview with me. But yeah, we'll see what happens throughout the duration of the day. Na, 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 na. So would any of the people in the balaclavas like to have a public discussion on who you represent, the organization that you're here for, stuff like that?
You already said no, you can piss off.
Again, that's nice language. I still don't know what organization represents these type of values when talking and engaging with public. Maybe the woman wearing, I believe, the trousers or the shirt on her face would like to speak. I don't know. But yes. Let's see what's going on here. Could I take a pamphlet? Would you not like to represent the values that you're talking about? So end labor austerity, I agree. I can stand away, but I'm just going to, of course, read. No, I've been told I'm allowed to film. Because you're allowed to film if the expectation is that the area is public. So, like everyone else that does demonstrations, like even, for example, if we look at actual protests that had weight, moral weight to them, like, for example, and this lovely lady's here. Like, for example, the suffragettes, they were public figures. They had their faces online, not online, of course, in newspapers. So why is not the expectation that if you're fighting for something that's morally just, you don't show your face? Like, why are you lot being cowards at this demonstration? Seems like the younger generation are just too cowardly to fight for something that they believe is actually just. Unless they don't want to give up anything in the pursuit of a good society, to which then you're just disappointing your ancestors. I don't want to disappoint my ancestors. I come from a long line of politically strong men and women who fought to conserve their values and what they believed is just. But it seems like the new wave of socialists and lefties are unable to do so. But yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Ooh. So a romantic night with the Antifa protester.
Or at some point, you may have to step back. Okay. So if you want to step back, that'd be great. I very much appreciate it. Is there anything I can
By the way,
reasonably
you're
do
not
to get
in
you
the
to step
camera,
back?
by the way. Antifa protester, the one in the black. I can still see. Although, it kind of looks bad for the police. He's quite nice and intimate with the demonstration there, unfortunately.
Absolutely fine. Their choice, they want to stay here, that's fine. I've already said that I'm in their personal space. They're in my personal space. That's fine. I don't have an issue. I've asked them to step back if they feel comfortable stepping back. If they don't want to engage with me, it's their choice.
Fair enough. I mean, you can't whack it, mate, can you? You can't whack it. Is this going to be the numbers, do you think? Do you think they'll pull any more counter-protesters? I don't know, man. I thought this was going to be a good do. Oh, they've got the ballots here. Oh, it's stand up to racism. Cool. Oh, it's kind of counterintuitive to have the hate. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a hate love heart banner. That'll be interesting. Yeah. Let's see if we can engage with any more people of the lovely, lovely left. Hello. Yes. Hi, gentlemen. Would anyone like to have a demonstration, talk about what's going on? No? Bloody lovely. Let's see what the bust over stand up to racism protesters are going to say. Got to wear my bag just in case. Oh no. Ah.
Oh my god!
Oh, they know each other. Blame austerity, not refugees. A lot of them here now. Look at that. Oh my God, we're pulling in the numbers. They bust them in nicely. £3 within London bus fare went nicely today, folks. That's what I can take away from this. Actually, let's see the banner. Actually, let's see the banner. Dun, dun, dun. Oh yeah. That is the. Oh, is that a trans flag?
We're not talking to anyone filming,
No, you're
okay?
not.
No one should be talking to anyone filming.
I'm a private investigative journalist
No.
called Young Bob. Oh yeah, I appreciate that, man. Oh, you just pushed me, bro. That's not appreciated. But I'm just trying to read the. Do you mind not pushing me? You mind not touching my equipment? Sir, I don't appreciate you touching my equipment. So what I'm gonna do?
Guys, just step away from each other, yeah? Just step away.
Yeah, I'll
It's starting, can you see what's happening now?
Please just go away. It's really
Well,
Alright.
hold on. He's just moved.
Right, come over this side, mate. It's starting to cause...
He moved.
Yeah,
He's
but
the
he
one
doesn't
who
want
moved
to...
towards
He's
me.
entitled to put his hands there,
Okay,
isn't
and then I'm entitled to stay here, right?
he? Okay, but you're putting that right in my face now. You're putting that
And
in his
he's
face.
putting
So
his right. He's literally
Okay.
put his hand on my face.
Let's come and have a chat over here.
Well, no, I'm fine to have a discussion here. I don't think there's any difference, is there? Is
Okay,
there any difference between?
You've been told already, haven't you?
I said that I'm allowed to
Starting
be here,
cause
but
a
the
little bit
recommend.
of tension now, and that's
They
what we
said to
wanna
me
try and avoid.
that just as much as it's a public space, I've been invited to move on the other side, but I'm happy to move here. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, okay, but you can see the type of reaction you're getting.
Yeah,
Just
and
take
that's
a step
on them.
back, mate. You just step towards him. Right, just take one step back.
Again,
Alright.
I'm not doing anything. I was just reading the banner sign there. You could see
Okay,
that.
keeping a close eye. If tension rises, you're going to be moved over the other side.
I appreciate that.
We have Section 3 criminal law powers to prevent any
Yeah,
tension
I understand the law.
offences.
But do
Okay.
you not think it makes sense that if, for example, he is the one that is being egregious, he should then be
Okay,
invited
but there's
to
a
leave?
reason why there's a protest this side and there's a protest on this side.
Yes,
isn't
and
there?
in both sides should obtain a gentlemanly manner
Okay,
where
but
they
then there's
don't.
also an element of antagonistic behaviour.
What in
So
filming?
We're keeping a monitor.
In filming.
Well, let's just keep it. Let's see how it unfolds.
Okay, good.
All right.
So, gentleman who's holding my phone, would you mind? It's actually pathetic behaviour from the left. Come on, man. Can you not have civil discourse? Like I said to the organisers before.
Cover, boss. You've blown it.
I haven't blown it. I've been
Blown the
openly
cover.
critical. I've been openly
Oh, what a
critical.
nightmare.
So, very simply. Oh, yes.
Can I ask you to move back to the other side?
Is that being asked or being told?
Being asked at the moment, but
Yes.
what I think is going to happen is if you remain here, is that people are going to get upset, it's going to cause an issue, so I'd like to prevent that.
I appreciate it. I'll just move over there and I can continue filming this demonstration and it won't be antagonistic unless these gentlemen follow me, to which then they're going
But
to be
if you-
antagonistic.
You are
If you-
remaining in the area that they are, which is
Antagonistic in
what you
itself.
said in
Yeah.
itself.
I don't think it is. Unless,
we think it is.
Unless they
We
think that
it is, and
people...
we suspect it is. Therefore, we suspect a breach of the peace may continue
if
you continue. You're clearly not wanted in this section.
Okay.
You can film the procession.
So being
you can film
unwanted
it.
politically just means then you can be kicked
It's
out by
not
the
about
police.
being politically unwanted. We're asking you, but if you say no, we will move you to prevent a breach of the peace.
Okay, I appreciate that. And if there'll be a breach of the peace, it would be on them because again, I'm just publicly
But
filming.
instead of moving all of them, if I move you, that's a much less impact.
Then you're just playing the numbers game as the police. I believe that if someone is found guilty of a crime, regardless of the situation that they're in, they should be persecuted for it. I think if you're going to say that it's a simple numbers game, that although I may be in the right or I'm not the one being antagonistic, but rather it's the people around me,
So I've
it's
asked
not.
you
He's
to
the one who
move
called
there.
me. He's the one who touched me.
Sir,
You were fronting
you
up
are
to each
here.
other.
No, no, I moved away. I said on camera that I'll move away.
Decide what we do with him.
Okay, so you've asked me to move, and now you've asked him and he said no.
We do.
So I'm going to have to move someone if you're not willing to move. So
I am willing to stay here as long as I'm not the one being antagonistic.
I'm not asking you to stay here. I'm asking you to go that way to prevent the beat
And
of peace.
again,
I've asked several
I'm not-
times.
there's
I've
no
explained
evidence of me doing
why.
that.
Okay, it's
Is there
clear.
anything I can do that's going to persuade you, or do I need to move you?
I think you would have to move me.
Okay. No. This very low level. This is going to move you over here. So that's
Okay,
all.
so let me get this right. You're going to move me off the merit that I'm unwanted politically within this demonstration, yeah?
Likely breach of the peace if you
Yeah?
continue
No
to
breach of the police there. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been moved. Record 15-minute, baby. Come on.